For those of you that don't know who's speaking right now, we have a guest speaker on the
Do you even
gents
have
call
any new
right now.
people?
Sounds like you should turn this into an offer, mate.
Thinking
Or a
about it.
book.
You guys cool if I take this video after this is
This
done?
is the trial
Yeah,
webinar.
for sure, bro. Listen, we haven't run through anything yet. I was gonna wait
Yeah.
for you to finish and just run through wins and questions.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's do it. Go.
All right. So you guys need your outline. Okay. This is going to take you like 80% of the time because your outline, because what the content creation is easy. Like I will teach you guys how to like not have to use your brains, and we can do it on this call. Like you guys can leave this call with like a high converting post, at least. Okay. So
On LinkedIn?
Anywhere you want. Okay. That book shows how to do this process for LinkedIn specifically. Okay. But I'm going to show you guys overall because we're all here trying to create content at scale.
Yeah.
So like you guys are going to be like way better after this. Okay. So you need to make your content or your outline because that is going to be what we use to get the content made. Okay.
What do you mean by outline?
Like outline. Okay. So easiest way to do it that I did it is like, okay, you have I can just tell you the elements. So first you're going to have, what? Let's say if you have a piece of paper, you have to outline a book, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because we're going to use that to create the content. Because the making of the content's easy, but the outline of what the book is going to be, we need. So it doesn't have to be like specifically like what the names of the chapters are and stuff, like what they're going to be at the end of the day. This is just like think like flow. Okay. So I have like a foreword, and then a preface, introduction, just all that initial stuff, and then basically I divide it into 3 parts to make it as simple as possible. So it's basically problem, agitate, solution, right? And the book is set in a way so that it gives them a bunch of value, but at the end of the day, like it's still a book. Like it's not going to be able to be personalized for them. So like your closing chapter can be talking about how like, you know, they need something more specific and they can get value out of like connecting you with you, or if you have like a free training or whatever. All right. So that's the initial outline, and then your elements within it. Like if you guys get the book, you'll just see my outline because that's the book. Just there's more content in it, right?
The problem, agitate, solution, right?
Solution. Yeah.
And then
Which
the
is a good
closing
framework.
chapter, you said
It's a
the
good
closing
framework.
chapter is like they need something more specific for themselves and that they should connect with you pretty much.
Yeah. So I do the solution is basically like, you know, for me, like I gave them a bunch of strategies, but in terms of which ones they should use and when is something that they would have to like, you know, get like personal insight on. Like that I actually have to have someone like that knows what's up, talk to them.
Yeah, they can't figure it out themselves. But
Yeah, so it's like, hey, like,
they should come to you.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, here's these things that are going to be valuable, and I 100% think that you're going to get results with them, right? But like, it could take a lot of time. If you want to just shortcut, then you can talk to me, and we can give you some solutions. That's the feeling that they should get going through the end. So you're giving the solution and reaffirming them that the book was valuable, as long as you like give them actual value, and then you're putting them into whatever opt-ins you want. And you can do opt-ins throughout the book, right? Like if you want to put in little spots to put like a 2-step or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be able to use this as leverage because now you'll have content for a while.
Nate, Russell does this great where I've reread many of his books, and where he goes, if he inserts images of like previous books, but not like it's just a little snippet of what he talked about in the previous books, and he'd be like, hey, go to this link and you can get like whatever. It's just a little small like www.expertsecret.com or whatever, and you can actually it's really good. Yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's up. And also, since it's on Kindle, you can upload versions throughout time. So version 1, like I'm on version 2 right now because when I first uploaded it, then I immediately had to make like comprehension and technical edits to actually make it like good, right? So then I gave it to an editor to work on. So the outline, right? We have that, and then the content I'm going to show you guys, which is going to fill in all that area, and then then you're either going to need to. I would say when you're in the editing part, like at least give it to one other person to look at because like you're going to mentally fill in gaps that like they're not going to that they're going to see, right? So if you can get at the minimum, have somebody else read it and like make some notes of like, this part doesn't make sense. This is weak. Like, what the heck is this? This part is like terrible grammar, whatever, right? At a minimum, have that and then get that back so you can get some eyes on it. But otherwise, like if you can go and get an editor, might be like, $500-600, whatever. But just depends what you want to do with it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys this link. You guys want to see like how the content's made now, which is probably the coolest part. Or do you have any questions before we proceed?
No,
Outline-wise?
outline was good.
Okay,
Wait.
cool.
I have a question.
Go for it.
It's problem
Agitate.
agitate?
Yep.
Okay, I thought you
Agitate.
said educate. I didn't know if you
Nope.
said
Agitate. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So then if you want to take another note off to the side, just like, so a really good framework is PASTOR. So it's problem, agitate, solution, testimony, offer, then response. That's where you give the ask. Okay. And we're just using the PAS. We're using problem, agitate, solution.
And what is agitate? What do you mean by that?
Agitate. Okay, so it's like this. It's like, okay, so you're running a music business, right? And let's say that someone is, they're doing music and they're like, hey, here's this problem that you have right now. The agitate would be like 5 years down the road. Here's what happens if you don't make the right decisions. Like you could still be stuck here or worse, and you just spend a ton of freaking time trying to figure it out, wasted a ton of money. And like, do you want to be that version? And then the solution is like, or you can skip all that time because you're making them get anxiety and think into the
So it's
future.
like a future pace of like what you don't want.
Yeah. Yes, the A is a future pace.
Like torturing them, basically. Like
Not torturing them. Okay, well, you have to think about this. Like
Well-
these people are in legitimate situations, right?
constructively.
Yeah. We're not using it like that. You can't think of it like that. You have to get out of that thinking of it. In the beginning, I know that all this digital marketing stuff is sweet because you're like, oh man, we can like just like manipulate how people think. But like you got to get out of that way of thinking as quick as you can because
we
it's
manipulate
legitimate.
for good service. All right, for
Yeah.
good cause.
Yeah, it's showing them the consequences if they don't seek help and change, what they need to change.
Another thing, Nate, you said in the closing chapter, that's where you tell them like, hey, you're gonna need something more specific, and you put like a call to action for them to like get opt-ins and other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One
So I
thing
was
I
like,
wanted
hey,
to
for-
say on the link front, there's a guy who has a startup, permanent.link. Basically, it's a way to make sure the links you drop in your books will never break if you update or change your sites. Like if you're going to go to that effort of having the two-step, make sure you drop in links that are always going to be good.
Yeah, I did just Bitly for mine, but you
Same
can't
idea.
change them. But can you change them? Can you update Bitly?
With permanent link, you can.
Yeah, I don't know if you can update them with Bitly. So
I think that's the one step they take further. So it's like permanent.link. It's like a new startup.
Okay. I'll even make a note.
Hey, there we go.
What?
Khan's here.
Oh, we got some more people. Let's
One, the OG. The OG.
Yeah, he's an OG.
On the Don.
catch him up to speed real quick. If he's in for it.
Is this audio connected yet?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
You missed the whole thing.
Can you talk? Do you have
No, we're
audio?
just warming up.
Yeah, you were. Are you interested in the book thing, or are you just here for normal sessions?
He's typing, I think. I hope.
Can you hear? Oh, hold on.
He doesn't know a choice.
I wonder if he can hear us.
Yeah, I wonder if he can hear us. That's the thing.
Who?
What?
He's there.
Yeah.
He's there.
This whole time?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What?
No, I just finished the call, so I'm like elsewhere.
Okay. Are you here now? We got you.
Yeah.
All right, yo,
Yeah.
Khan. So
Cool,
Nate's
man.
going through his outline of how he wrote his book and how he's using it. So that's kind of what we're going through right now.
Are you
Oh,
interested?
I was on the Amazon page to buy it. Anyway.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's where it
Amazing.
goes in specifically
Yeah, I
for
will.
LinkedIn. That's how I use the process
I will.
specifically for LinkedIn. But for the book, okay, so Khan, real quick, updating you. Everybody, we think of thought leaders, right? You want to be a thought leader in your space. And if you have a book, people think of people that write books as like a deeper level of being a thought leader. Would you agree?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's like a different level of status.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, you have a heavier lead magnet now, right? Because if you put it on Amazon, it's boom, it has value. You give it price, you have boom, it has value. And then if you guys notice, like I dropped a 2-step in Traffic and Funnels, and on my page that said, hey, if you don't have a Kindle, like drop PDF below and I'll send it to you for free. So like, right? Anyways, so you have a heavier lead magnet, and plus I wanted to pre-educate my customers. So now I can give this to them in like since they booked the strategy session up until they actually show up, as a way to pre-educate them and give like more value. Are they gonna read the whole thing? Probably not. But you can give it to them, you can give it to clients, add some extra value. So, make sense so far?
Yeah.
Cool. So right now, there's 3 stages. What up?
I'm just screenshotting your post. That's all.
Yeah. There's 3 stages for making this book. So we have the outline, actually creating the content, and then editing, basically buffering.
Wait, say
Cleaning it
that
up.
one more time.
So we have the outline,
Content.
which is kind of what we're working on. Yeah, the outline, then creating the actual content, and beefing it up, and then the kind of refinement or editing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we were just working on the outline, and I was saying that the way that I did it. Have you heard of like the problem agitate solution framework, Con?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's like, I did it in 3 parts. Like the first part's the problem, A is for agitate, and then the solution is like the third part where I'm giving them hey, I basically gave you a bunch of stuff, but it's just a book, right? Like I have no doubt that you can grab some of those things and use them and get more clients. But if you want a personalized solution and then avoid all these things, right? Then that's in the solution. So we're working on that, and then I was about to give you guys the tool of how we actually make the content.
Go for it.
All right, so everybody, here, I'm going to put this in the chat. All right, so everybody go here. And basically, these guys reached out to me, and and it's super cheap, and that link will give you like 30% more. So these guys reached out, and I won like an award in 2017 from them where they did this conversion marketing award, and they were like, hey, top 1% of people get 60% or more on a landing page. So I had one that converted at 73%, so it brought in a little over 700 leads. So they gave me an award. Later, I went to a mastermind, and they made me this like bobblehead. And then they reached out to me a month ago and said, hey, we have this new tool. Do you want to try it? So I got brought in, and slowly they're like slowly opening it up. So
Tell me
give
you're
you
getting
guys
affiliate money for this. The link you
what up?
shared. Are you getting affiliate? Like, are you? An affiliate?
So what happens is that when you sign up, you have 25,000 words, but through that link, you get 10,000 extra, and then so do I. So like it gives you like 50% more words because it's charging based on how much words are generated.
Is it kind of like funnel scripts?
Yeah, but funnel scripts is shit.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna show you guys, and hey, who right now needs a post or like is dying for like a piece of content that's just like problem agitate solution for something that they're doing, or who has an itch for a funny business idea, like jetpacks for the elderly, like something like that.
What?
Yeah. So what are you guys trying to do?
Does it work for high-end brands?
Yeah. No. This isn't programmed. It's all machine learning. They've been training it for a long time, and now we finally are good to go.
And this thing just writes stuff for you?
Yeah, here, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to do it in front of you.
Yeah, I gave you permission to share, so.
Okay, cool. I figured you would. Nope. Alexa, I do not want to talk to you. She always thinks I'm talking to her. All right. Y'all in here?
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
Okay, so problem agitate solution. I was doing this for Apex. Let's see. All right, someone who needs help or has an itch.
Someone who needs help or has an itch?
Yeah, no, one of you guys. I'm saying I want to help one of you guys. Who wants to make a post with me right now?
I'll take a hand in that.
Okay, cool. What's like a product name or like lead magnet? Let's say a lead magnet that you're working on right now.
I usually do giveaways.
Cool. Let's do something. Okay, let's do giveaways.
Of like an Ableton project file.
What do you simplify it for like a 94-year-old grandma?
So like
For a 94-year-old girl.
Like
yeah, guys.
Free music production.
So right now, Nate, are you just company and product name? You're basically simplifying whatever it is that he does or has.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Because accuracy is going to be a lot dependent on like how you maneuver through context. So that's going to give you an edge in terms of what it gives you.
Is it like asking what I do or asking what the?
Yeah. Don't even worry about it. Give me something super basic. I just need to show you proof of concept so you can get an idea.
Okay. Like accelerate music to a professional level.
Okay. To go from I don't even know how I should spell from to pro. Do something like that, right? And then okay, so tell me some stuff about it. Like, is it a course? Is it one-on-one?
Yeah, it's a course. It is a blend between one-on-one and video modules. It covers all the bases of music production, everything that you need to know, none of the bullshit that you don't need to know.
Okay. Look good, super basic, like one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna put just 3 outputs in here. Let's see what it generates. So like, let's say you were to do this for a lead magnet. You just put a name in there. Okay, so here's the first one. Let me know how much you like this one.
That was fast.
That was fast, bro.
Yeah, so that's just one. It created 3. So you can combine them together, and they're all different. This is all unique copy, completely AI generated.
Damn.
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, here's the second one, and then here's the third one.
I'm reading this right now, and I'm like, dude, this AI is kind of making a point, bro. Like,
Yeah, guys.
I'm gonna
You guys can use this for ads. You guys can use this for the fucking copy you got to create. Just like sit down one day and be like, boom, here's the topic I'm going to cover. Here's the objections that I get to this topic. Make sure those are in there. Here's the humanized thing that somehow connects in. And then fucking here's some leadership smart shit. And just like,
Yeah.
boom, set a day, make the
Yeah.
post of the week, do this, set like an hour. And then you have free time to like write books or like tell chicks how fast you can make good shit. Like this might make them like,
how
who
fast you
knows? Like, yeah, let them know what's up.
I mean, like it feels amazing for days where you have no inspiration, you
Yeah.
don't want to create
Right.
content or anything.
So do this, man.
Have
Cuts through the
you,
gray.
Nate, have you
Yeah, bro.
ran into any issues with this or problems with this?
Yeah, sometimes if you suck at putting stuff in, it gives you like some super bullshit.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah,
What up?
Hey. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
This is a
Yo,
game.
if you
Yeah,
want-
thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool guys. So here's what you do, right? So, hey man, whoever just joined,
Yeah, it's
if someone can drop that bit.ly in there again, like then you can get like 30% more if you're trying to do this. It's super cheap. But essentially, I wrote a book this week, and so I'm showing you guys how you can become like thought leaders, right? Because if we think about it, like the content we're putting in has like a certain amount of weight and impact, right? But if we can collapse the ability of how dense things are, our impact becomes bigger, like compared to other people, right?
Yo,
So
Nate,
people we're competing with. What up?
try and see if you could hit our offer real quick. I want to see how it would
Okay,
work for
let's
us.
do it. You want to make a okay? We got lots of stuff, man. We got Facebook ads. You can just put content in here, and that shit will improve it. What are you trying to do? You want to make a Facebook ad, or you want to look at?
So, I mean,
Problem Agitate
Conan
Solutions.
put it in the chat. So, I mean, if he wants to,
Dude,
All right,
whatever.
here, throw the offer name in. What's the offer name?
It's like high ticket ass secrets.
Facebook ad secrets, or in general? Because you want context is important.
Facebook, IG. So yeah, just do Facebook, whatever. I'm just
Or-
trying context. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now give me some like super general ass description.
The right ads, the right time, to the right audience. I don't know.
yeah, that's actually a pretty solid general description.
Basically it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got. So I've been messing with this for the last month, and then I'm like, let's make a book.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
curious. to know
I'm
what she's gonna
using.
say.
I'll show you guys the book process that I did, like more specifically what
Yeah.
tools I used, how you can close the gap with the outline. Okay, so yeah, look at that one. How's that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
I
like
mean,
the.
it's okay. The only thing is that like that is a general problem that we see. Most people don't know how to create.
1 second, guys. I have a different meeting.
Okay.
That second one is
Attend.
pretty solid. The top headline.
Wait, scroll down. I like the agitate. Problem
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah, sometimes I'll grab like
Problem can be a
one
lot
thing, like
deeper,
one
for sure.
problem. Sometimes I'll grab like one problem, a different agitate, and a different solution.
So,
That's
like,
why I do 3 outputs because it'll give me like 9 options.
Yeah, because like if I
basically.
put like most people don't know how to head converting Facebook ads, like that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
like
But the agitate's better on like another one.
yeah.
And
But,
then you might have to cut a little bit extra, right? But in terms of like cutting through the gray of how fast you can get there, totally time collapses.
I'm getting at is like, you know, this is an amazing start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like,
This is like an 8 out of 10 of potential of what we can do with this stuff, but
And
there's
then
still a
we-
huge gap that you can play within.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too.
I think a big part of it is like experience, like as a copywriter, as everything else. Like, do you know, like if this is a good start, imagine what you could do and now take this. I think a lot of problems people have is actually coming up with stuff.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so check this out. Yeah. Because here's like a process. So let's say, for example, we do this. Okay. We take this, and then now we can, if we have that content written somewhere, right? We can put it into a sentence expander, and it'll give us a paragraph that's a better version of that sentence. Or we can take that paragraph and put it into a content improver, right? So you can just keep cycling through things if you have a sequence of how you operate down. Like let's say in jiu-jitsu, it's often a thing that like if you're going for someone's back, right, and they escape it, you might like hook on their arm and then go for an arm bar and go for a triangle, whatever. So by having sequences in how we operate in content, you can operate the same way.
Yeah.
That's freaking sick, dude.
Makes sense?
Yeah,
Cool.
love it.
So outline, here's what I did, right? So I basically checked my problem agitate solution for the book, you know, can throw that in whatever. Like I had a client that I brought on from LinkedIn like a few days ago, and I did this for them, and they changed their about section like right then. They were like, boom, that's better than what I have. So I was like, damn, that's what's up. Anyway, so yeah, so create the problem agitate solution. Then you'll have like your idea for your book if you don't already have one in there. And you could even, there's actually blog post topic ideas if you want to like figure out an idea. So maybe you're like Facebook ads, and it's going to tell you like through learning huge parts of the web, like what shit's converting right now and like what you should
They're like
use.
firing off nodes in my brain right now. I love.
Yeah, bro. I
love
told you
automations in tech,
30-21. So
bro,
right,
I
and
love automations in tech. I swear.
yeah, we'll have to talk later. All right. Anyways, so yeah, and then you can put, if people give you testimonials and like they suck really bad, put them in here. And, like make a better one. That's a cool thing. There's ridiculous marketing ideas. I have a buddy who he made a book, and it's called what was it? It's called The Side Hustle Game. They did a Kickstarter for it, where it's basically like, is it funny or fundable? And he made a book just with using the ridiculous marketing ideas and made a book in 24 hours. Because he just used that for a bulk section of it, right? So for me, when I'm doing this book, a bulk section of it that takes up a lot of it is the strategies, right? So if you guys can find like, okay, what's going to help you create content through like process, you know, what's going to give you that stuff more directly.
Dude, this
gonna
is
help.
nice.
So yeah. So yeah, take the problem agitate solution, then take your whatever you have, and to further your outline, you can put it in the blog post outline tool.
Wow.
Okay. Then we take these sentences,
It's nuts.
and then we put them in the sentence expander.
So one sentence about what you want your blog or outline to be about.
Give me a sentence in general.
Well, there's one
Something
right
that you
there.
guys are not
Facebook
an
ads
expert
is
on.
easy.
Give me something that you guys are not an expert on, so that you guys aren't
Um,
critiquing these minute details that are not what this should be based on.
How to create $1 million art.
What up, Brian? Brian
Do-
already knows.
Yeah, no, this is super. I've been using it since Nate told me about it. It's awesome. Do something like ecom,
Okay.
because I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, I'm showing. Sentence expanders. Okay, so
You could have said how to cook.
Yeah, how to cook
Yeah, how to
keto.
cook. Yeah,
how to cook
Yeah,
what?
keto. How to cook keto.
Yeah, how to cook keto. There you go.
Let's see what that is. Okay, hey, what tone do we want? I have found that
You can
humble
select a
asshole
tone
is
of
a
voice
very
for your
good one.
writing? I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
And it knows, dude, there's not a list. Like it picks it up. So I'll be like asshole and it's like, yeah, like
Wait,
good.
seriously?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my god, no way.
You ready?
It's crazy.
Yeah. You better start cooking because if you don't, I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's so good.
Dude, this is great.
I don't know you, so I'm not going to cook for you.
Dude, this is so...
Best way to cook. So yeah, bro, you can fuck around. We can be like a backwoods cowboy.
Wait, what?
This is fun. Like
It is,
I'd
bro.
play around with this. I'd play around. I think I'd more do it just to play around rather than like.
Same, dude. Same.
Dude, let's do just cowboy. Yeah, man. So you can change the tone, right? Because okay, think about movies, right? Here's another lesson. Think about movies. We love movies because they make us feel something, right? They take us somewhere different. So
I like
if
to
you
break out my cast cards.
So if you can put them in an emotional state by putting that tone in here, right? You can meet them where they're at and then transition them to a different state.
Hey, I got
You
a
first
question.
have to meet them there, so you
Crazy.
can use it strategically. Yeah, what's up?
I got a question.
Mhm.
How would you use this for a long form copy?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a really good question.
So I would, because I've done this. So they gave me like the long form marketing content. They're actually working on one. They gave me a link that just I can use, but that's not there. So that'll be here.
I test a
But-
lot of like long form versus short form a lot in terms
Yeah.
of
Okay,
Right.
man. So here's what I would do. Like if you got the idea for the post, like make your outline and then use this and put it in like a framework. So maybe you go, okay, I'm gonna do AIDA like for a post, right? So today, like you guys saw the post that I put. Okay, like I used a lot of this to write that post, and like I have other posts that have converted. So you need to start out with something initially, like right, like the outline or the framework. So maybe it's AIDA, which is attention, interest, desire, ask. Right. So you start with that, and then maybe you go in and you expand the bullet points of what each of those elements are talking about, and then use the sentence expander. So what's that initial foundation, and then long form is just expanded, just juicier, just a bigger steak.
So the
Still have
attention is
same
the headline,
ingredients.
pretty much. That's what you're gonna use for the headline, and you can expand on that headline however you want to. Same
Yeah,
thing-
and like I would do this. Like there's one specifically for Facebook ad headlines. It's really good.
And then after that, when it comes to interest and desire, you can expand
Masculine's
on
a
those
good one,
too.
too.
You bullet point those,
What do you mean?
the interest and desire sections.
No, just do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't bullet point them. I'll do them in separate sections. But I also write totally different. Like I break out like each thought on its own in like its own sentence or paragraph, kind of. If you guys notice, I write like that a lot.
Tone of voice masculine. That's funny, bro.
That's a good one. That's a good one. If it's a good like leader one, because leader like didn't make sense. Like so, masculine's good, smart's good, witty is good.
Bro, I'm gonna have to watch the replay. I swear.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm using repurpose.io to repurpose my content, and
Yeah.
I feel like for videos it's great, but this for the post is just like
Yeah, man. So
insane.
check this out. Check this out.
No.
We are basically cycling. Once we understand where our market is at in terms of like how direct we need to be with them and what topics, right? We're essentially cycling through paradigm shifters that were like owning that thought space, and they all connect together, and then we use that for the close, right?
Wow.
So take the stuff that's working and put it in here to get a different version of the same shit, and then publish that, and then just keep
So
cycling through that
you're basically
forever,
turning
as
into a
long as you're in that
pastor.
pocket. What up?
You're basically turning into a pastor. You're preaching the same thing, but just in a different way.
Yeah, man. You're just because look at music. No, like if you, I don't know if any of you are musicians. Let's see, is fucking Sean still on here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Sean, you're out here. Okay, Sean, how much of music is the same like pattern of shit that they're just reproducing in different ways?
Nothing new under the sun, man.
Exactly. So like you guys in your own worlds, it's nothing different. Everything is in life is similar. They're just different
Conan, I was about to do the same thing, bro.
layers of it.
Sign up and pay right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, whatever. It's interesting.
Yeah.
No, I saw this Facebook ad. I was like, okay,
It's a very good starting point of like, okay, like this is what you could use, but also like use this as a template and just change it up.
You guys are going to have employees in the future. Have them use this, and you can charge them less, and then give them great leads, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. So
That's what's up.
Take someone lower, and then elevate them quicker, and then they're like loyal to you, and this can help you do that like super efficiently.
yeah.
Plus, give them like a head start. Well, like they'll have stuff because when you have a copywriter, right? Like even if you don't want to hire one, like what do? Like you give them stuff, and they give you back different things. Like that's what this does.
Essentially, that's what happens, man. Because I sometimes even I'll copyright for people, and it's just like they give you information, you rewrite it.
Yeah. So you guys might be in like the top like 5 or 10%, but like if you're trying to get people like under you and build your business, like this is so much leverage.
That's what's
like
up.
in all areas for what we're all doing.
Yeah.
We're all in the same game here.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm probably going to use this and go go create an email sequence for all the people that want a PDF and give it to them, and then maybe some extra stuff.
That's what's up, dude.
No, I
But
already signed up, so it don't
we
matter.
can create ebooks at scale.
Yeah, I already signed up, so it don't
Do what we
matter.
want. We can create ebooks at scale. Whatever content we want. Like, dude, they're going to be making video scripts in here, and I'm working on a VSL right now, and this helped me with that.
Okay.
But look at emails,
Okay.
articles, video
Yeah,
scripts.
that right there. Now we're talking.
Yeah. No, like video scripts are like close to my heart. Like VSL, webinar stuff.
Yeah, it's not there yet. It's not there yet.
No. It's like I know
But it will be.
Like I'm so good at that stuff.
You guys remember like last week when I was like, I recommended, I was like, hey, here's this book from these buddies who went through Y Combinator.
Yeah.
Same guys. This is their next venture. So it's only been out for a month. So you guys are in the initial wave, essentially. First it was like just 50, and then they slowly opened it up. But you guys are in the initial wave and get to play in this gap that like no one in the organic game is going to have for a long time.
Yeah.
Ahead of the bell curve.
Way ahead of the bell curve. Now it's about process. It's about how can you process this. It's not so much about the inefficiency of human thinking is holding you back as much.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, don't be lazy with this. If you like, the last thing, like, I'll say it for everybody here, like, if you're lazy, like, use it as effectively and use your thinking with it, and it's gonna do amazing.
Yeah, I think this can actually be a great tool when it comes to your own personal thinking. Like for like even Quinnen and myself, like I can already see how we're gonna use this too. We have like freaking a billion ideas. We're just gonna throw ideas into here at this point and like see what it produces and expand. Maybe even more.
Only copy stuff, no ideas.
Who's working on something right now? Let me see if I have any like process ideas. Who's working on some content right now?
Me.
It's not like your normal shit. For your normal shit, I just use the AIDA.
Yeah.
Put in your own shit, and then just take out sections and put them through like Content Improver and Sentence Expander, and I just go in between those for just like the daily stuff.
I like how they're still in beta. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're adding a ton of shit. Like they're still taking recommendations. Like one of them's like Tinder bio improver.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Guys, anybody got any questions for Nate? Because he just like blew our goddamn minds. Like,
So are you guys at 30, 20, and 1 now? Like, did I lie or was I good?
no, you didn't lie, bro.
So does this make sense? Like how the book was able to be made in like that short amount of time?
Yeah, you had a robot generate it for you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Just for fun, I wanted to in the introduction be like, I haven't read the rest of this book yet, so good luck. Let me know how it is. Like just as a joke, like as if I didn't write it. But like this is the last part is the editor, right? Because you're gonna have some things like let's say that you take bullet points, you put them in problem, agitate, solution, right? Because you're gonna come down to that. You're either gonna put in bullet points from your outline, and you're gonna have just like a bunch of like sentence expander stuff, and they're not gonna tie in well. So yeah, so I should probably say this part. So like if you're leading into a paragraph, like problem, agitate, solution works great for the lead in section and in between paragraphs to tie in concepts. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You're gonna need that. So you could even put like the bullet point or whatever that part was, the outline, and then just go through problem, agitate, solution, and just fill in those real quick, and then go back through and edit them. Stuff like that. There's also the post intro paragraph that was super helpful.
Nice.
For anybody who's like who wants their
Primary
audience,
text is good.
yeah. Anybody who wants to like remain their audience longer especially on video or anything, and even on posts, like some of the things that I like to do is either give them a warning, even in a book, right? Like a warning or commanding attention, or like even just have certain hook to the end, right? Like there's a picture of I don't know if you saw the meme that Batman is slapping Robin. I don't know if, I don't know if you've ever seen that, but like I love to use something like that where it's like what, like, and everybody's like, wait, what the heck? It's like a, like they're like thinking they're gonna learn something, but I already give you a warning, and now they're like even more interested because like I want to know what's gonna happen, and that is just small commanding attention, like something like a hook to an end.
In the book, in the book outline, I was like who this book is for, or like how to use this book, like ignore if you hate money, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So another thing I can think of real quick. What up?
Yeah. Also, what I figured is with the cold audience, really long like lead magnets are not gonna be read by the people. So usually, what works best is like small sheets, templates, and stuff that they can just use right away. But for a warm audience or even clients, it's great to have longer content like this.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, and books, like even if they're not going to read it, like they just you're different now. You're differently perceived to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One thing that I'm thinking of, just like cases that I've used to like extract something out of this that's like a leverage point for whatever I'm doing. One thing would be is I go, like, if I'm writing a post, I'll use the Facebook ad headline, and I'll either use this or I'll use there's an email template or email subject line. Oh, okay, never mind. So that one's in beta now. They put that one back. But I will use that, and I will put in what my post is about, because you only have 400 characters, and use that to give me suggestions that could give me a catchier hook, because like that first line is like more important than the rest of the copy, right? Like it literally is like drawing them in, and then once they hit see more, the rest of it is just journeyman's copy, and then you have to close. So like if you can just get a tool that will give you suggestions for what could be a better intro, like that could like up your conversions by like 50%, like who knows, you know what I mean? So just running that through, adding that into like your process when you're like making content, like at the very end, just to be like, hey, is there a better catchy thing that we can use? That's like also another use case. This will pay off.
Imagining pairing this with some of those 10x organic templates that come with Elite that are in the portal, if you haven't checked those out.
Or like, dude, just take somebody else's post that you like, put it in the content improver, replace the words with your words, and then just hit go, and then just like now you just took their framework if it worked
this
well.
sounds like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds like what I used to do in college for my essays, dude. Like I just take shit from Wikipedia, put it in the paraphrase tool, put it back on my thing, and give it to my teacher.
Yeah, you could do that. You could basically do that.
Like it's like, oh, you got 100. You wrote so well. I'm like, I didn't write that, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
SaaS idea for college kids, right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could write papers.
Is there an affiliate link I can get? I'll promote this shit. I don't care. Give me.
Yeah. So once you go in, like, obviously I'm showing you right now, so you just use mine and sign up. But after you do at the top, then just go to earn free credits.
I want money.
Oh, money? No, they give you 10,000, 10,000, which is worth, dude, I don't know if you guys like write a lot, but like, here's how much I'm using content.
I write
right
a
now.
lot.
Like, okay, we're almost at 100,000 words in the last month, man. Like February 3rd alone, I generated 24,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm in like I'm in the $100. I paid $100 for this month.
Yeah.
To use this, right? So like,
anytime I generate something, it's like it takes it up. Fuck. Okay, I need to.
So it takes out an amount of words, but it's $30. Like this will probably go up over time because I don't know if you guys know how software scales.
Yeah, I get it.
Todd, I'm sure you know what's up. This will probably be like a couple $100 a month within, I don't know, probably like 6 months maybe. We'll see.
No, I'm definitely gonna mess around with it. Right now, I'm watching you do it because I want to learn the basics of it.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other case that I haven't covered? Like, okay, so we have writing books. We have creating like long form content. We have like daily posts that you have to make.
I think we covered that stuff.
Video scripts.
So they have one for video scripts, but we can't like use it yet.
Oh.
So I would basically say like make the outline, and you could use like the blog post outline one to help you. Like if you have like your initial topics, right, then you can just throw them in there, and then it'll give you some like additional ones you can add in to like give you a bigger outline
Yeah.
to be able to create more content from, and then put those into the content improver, which is very similar to the sentence expander. Just the sentence expander is set to like give you more content, but this sometimes does too.
It'd be
Or take
better
that
than,
and
like,
put it into the
fronts
problem
and
agitate
if
solution.
webinar, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It'll-
I'd be taking that outline of whatever I have and using it in like almost the same thing as a book. Like taking that and putting the problem agitate solutions, like the bullet points that I need to say, like while the slide is on, and then what's on the slide would probably just be bullet points, like just put into the content improver to make sure that that's juicy and like I'm set up 100%.
Like for emails, so it's not ready yet, right? Because
I mean, what
hate
tell me
writing
how the
emails.
email is unique.
So Nate, oh okay, go ahead, Con.
Because I mean, like, dude, you could totally just take so they don't, it's not live yet, but I would use maybe like the Facebook ad headline, use something like
Yeah.
that to get something catchy, right? And
Yeah.
then I would use the attention, interest, desire, action, because you're doing like direct stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So you take this and then because there's a call to action at the end, and then just branch out from there.
Yeah,
So I'd
'cause-
be like headline, content, and then content improver for each element that it gives you until I find the combination that I want.
Right. So
Yeah.
Nate, just so I have a basic idea, I can basically take something that I want to output to the market, put it through multiple sections of this, and create something out of it. Even though I like, for example, like the VSL isn't available yet, the email stuff isn't available yet, but I can still use other tools in here to create that for myself.
Yeah, they're just 100%. That's why, because dude, a lot of this stuff is like for their benefit, right? It might be a slight tweak, but like it's a very similar thing. Like I don't know if you guys know, but like a Lamborghini Huracan and an Audi R8 are the same. They have the
They
same
are. They
engine.
just have different body kits.
They're pretty much the same car. The Lamborghini is tuned slightly more, but so these just have slight little tunes to them that make them different things. But who they are is a lot of the same stuff. So like the purpose behind things like Facebook ad headline, short line that attracts attention, that's catchy, right? Basically same thing as an email line. It might be slightly off, but like you can get real close with it. And then you just need a framework for whatever piece of content you're making, whether it's VSL, email, whatever. So it might be, attention, the AIDA or PAS, like at the high level, and then you need to use things like the topic outline, whatnot, to make a bigger outline depending on, how big your volume of work that you're trying to do is. And that's pretty much the formula so far.
I'm just dropping some stuff.
That AI doing work. Work smarter, not harder.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, this is really good stuff, man.
It was like a last minute thing. I'm like, dude, I bet they would love it if I was like, yeah, you guys want to just do this right now and we can all level up. Because the thing is at the other time, we are all learning together, so we can help each other learn what frameworks are going to do that, right? So with being an elite, we're in a very good spot, like for organic, right? In terms of the people we have around us. Now we can turbocharge what we're trying to do. Does that make sense?
Nate, so would you use the PAS formula for like organic posting, or?
That's what I was.
Yeah,
wondering.
I mean, it depends on. Okay, so
AIDA.
So it's both of them. So if I'm gonna do like something with like an ask, like I'll probably start out with this, and then I might go, okay, attention, interest, desire these are gonna be very similar to what PAS has, because just PAS is problem, agitate, solution, which is gonna be very similar, but the ask is in here, right? So I might even go, okay, AIDA, start out just to get like my framework down, then go, okay, I'm gonna take the initial part, put that into PAS to strengthen that, and then I'm going to take what it gave me for the ask and throw that into like the content improver to get a better one from there.
I'm gonna start testing this immediately.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Damn, that's what's up, dude. Yo, anybody got any questions for Nate up in here?
Who signed up? That's my question.
Well, I've just seen that it worked in French too, so I'm just gonna have to try out.
Yeah.
And see what it does, if it makes sense.
Well, wait. Oh yeah, because you can change the language. Yeah. Here, do it. And then let us know if it works. I won't know if it works. I can't be like, boom, I'll be like, boom, that looks good, but like I don't know shit. Like.
Cool. Thanks, Nate. This was helpful.
Dude, appreciate this very
Thanks
very
for
much.
sharing, man. I used it
Works
just
out.
a little bit this week, did not take it to the length you did with writing a whole book. And so now I've got a lot of ideas about how to apply it way further. I just ran my like avatar and offer worksheet through there just to see what it was spitting out. Super impressed.
Nate, did you expand on it? Like you went to like PAS and then like you just made that out of a book?
For the
Like,
book? Are you talking about the book?
yeah. So did you like just take one topic and be like, okay, just gonna expand on this myself? Like,
Yeah. So you got to figure out like what you want for the purpose of the book, right? So the first thing I would do is I'd write down like what's my main purpose of the book, like in the initial thing, okay? And then every time I sit down to work on the book, I would reground myself on what the purpose of the book is as I'm creating it, which is super important. Otherwise, you get like all in the weeds and it gets real weird. Okay, so once you got that, then like what's the outline? What's the PAS? What's the journey that takes them through that? Like what's a problem that they have that you know that they have? And we can create books at scale. That's what I'm saying is like every week we could create a new book if we wanted, right? And nobody else would be able to keep up. They'd be like, damn, how do they do that, right? Like organic wise, we'd blow up against other people. What? Oh, dude, this one's super short, man. It's only like 40 pages, like on a real book, which is like, I don't know, whatever on a Kindle. But since you could do multiple variations, I want to do first version is like good, has that main chunk, takes them all the way through. And then since you can upload different variations that they can just keep downloading, I'm going to like beef it up over time.
The way I always thought of it, like for me, like if I were one to write a book, I'll just speak on a topic for an hour, go to rev.com, get everything that I need, give it to an editor. And
yeah. So, okay, cool. So
pretty much.
I had a company. Yeah. I had a company in the beginning, right? That I did that with, where they would call me on a Zoom call and they would record it and they'd give it to people and they would do that. So if you're going to do that, yeah, then I would either pull out, either write, like Tim Ferriss has a thing he calls caging the monkey, where you just write out everything that's in your head. So if you're thinking about a book, almost take it as like thinking time from The Road Less Stupid, but like it's just like a stream of consciousness. So you write everything that you're thinking about when you're thinking in that domain, and then you're going to highlight patterns and action items that they need to take. And so that can give you like a good groundwork of what the book should be about. Because otherwise you're like looking at your brain, which can only focus at one thing at a time, which doesn't even make sense. So how about get everything down and then look at that?
Yeah, cool. Well, that helps a lot.
Cool.
Anything else, guys? You guys want to drop?
Can I? Okay, so if yeah, we can do that. Can I? Because I'm thinking of doing this for like a two-step. I'm wondering if I can use this recording for like a two-step.
Do it, bro.
But like you guys are all on here, so I don't know if you guys all have to be like, yeah, let's do it. Like that's okay.
Do we have everybody's permission for Nate to use this as a two-step?
You have to
give me a clap reaction.
Like actually say yes.
I think this might be a real thing.
Give me a clap reaction or a thumbs up reaction, Okay. The claps are coming in, the thumbs up are coming in. Cool.
And Steven, you can have your spot back next week, okay, man? I'm sorry. I hope you liked it though.
That was great.
That was awesome, dude.
Yes, thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah, dude, really,
Cool.
thank you so much.
It was a lot of fun.
Really good. Really good. I'm gonna have a look at it.
Stop this.
Hell
Definitely.
Yeah. Dude, before we get on to the next thing, I just want to go ahead and spit some wins up in here real quick, just so we can go ahead and do the thing that we normally do. It's just tradition, man. I gotta keep
just drop them. Just drop them. Go on.
Go. Let's all blast through.
He's a fiend.
I am a fiend. You're right. Just blast your wins to the sky. The sky's the limit. Can my win be what Nate just taught me?
I made a book. Like that was cool.
That was cool.
Got a
Dude.
new style. Like on the screener.
Yo, are you guys all trying to make a book right now, or like what are your guys' plans with this now that you have it?
I'm gonna use it for posting, probably.
Definitely good for the thinking time. So I'll put it in there.
Okay. I'll say if anybody's trying to make a book, like one thing that helped is like having like a community where other people are doing the same thing. So if you guys are doing that, you could be like, yo, like let's make a book this month, something like that. That's what I would suggest you guys do. Make your own little squad of conditions and environment that give you the circumstances to actually make that happen.
Facts, bro.
They get feedback.
Old belief patterns, bro, and then breaking them now.
That's good. It's important. See you, Con. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, peace out, Con. Appreciate you coming on. who else has some wins, man? Just so we can get those in here, and then I can get you guys on the road, pathway paved to success.
A win I've got this week is I had a guy actually reach out to me to want to help with sales, commission only agreements. He's already taken some calls this week. And so
Nice.
still seeing where that goes, but that helps a lot because
So-
I've already noticed the difference. I can focus on fulfillment of results and actually winning some like back end revenue from existing clients. So that's helping a lot already. I think once it gets even further dialed, it should be big.
I actually have a win to back off of to piggyback off of that. Okay, so I have employees, and one of them is a setter, and they do some messaging on me for LinkedIn, and they just got in like a couple weeks ago, and so we just closed a deal yesterday with someone on LinkedIn, because I was like, hey, if you set the meeting, like, and then you make you get through or whatever, like I'll give you whatever, and I think I gave her like $300, right? But she was only making like $10 an hour because I was just having her do like pretty basic stuff, right? Just a local person, like better than a VA, but everything works out. So, you know, she just like doubled how much she made for that week because she got a sale, which is cool. And then I took the advice from like the clients and community guys. So I had them fill out the form for like what's your vision and all that stuff, right? And then this weekend I planned with them. I was like, because we have 2 employees here. I was like, hey, let's go. We have like super fast go-karts here, like ones where you have to wear like all the gear and shit. So I was like, let's all go do that and grab like a beer and burger after. So that should be cool. Try to do the little community team event.
That's what's up.
The culture. That's
Yep.
a good one.
Steven, any wins? Sean, any wins? Brian?
I posted this in Client Kit, but I had 2 clients finish my program this week, and I'm just really glad that they're gone.
I saw that post.
I saw that
Yeah.
post. That was great.
Been
Like,
there.
that my win is just not having to deal with them anymore. I'm just like, oh,
Dude, do you feel
Never-
different than last week? Like last week was your perception. Like how is it now? Because you talked last week
about what?
about how you didn't know if you should change your offer or not, and that you hated waking up in the morning.
Oh, well, I definitely feel better now that they're gone.
No, he was talking about suicide earlier, so we might like.
Yeah, that's
like-
true.
Oh,
Better
that-
check out.
that's true. Yeah, no, that was me last week. That was this week. Definitely making some changes to just like my organic routine and trying to do more video. Like that's just kind of where I excel. My market doesn't really like long form copy. They like just the
So when we're like, how to make infinite amounts, like forever, you're like, damn.
Well, that's still useful. It's still useful for like blog posts and things like that. But yeah, like just kind of putting myself out there more, getting more comfortable. I've been reading Psycho-Cybernetics, so my one of the words that has been kind of like my guide for this week is disinhibition. So like focusing on, getting rid of the inhibitions that have kind of kept my alignment back and have held my alignment back, so that I can really like my true vibe can really shine through, and I can attract the right people that I actually do want to work with, that I'll actually be excited to serve.
That's what's up, man.
That's big.
It is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some foundational shifting elements right there.
Put some respect on that, yo. Like,
Facts, man.
yes.
Steven, any wins? Brian, any wins?
Mine's the same as I posted in the chat. Like I was pumped to get an inbound strategy session. I mean, I do know the guy and he's like a local business owner, but I'm still pumped about it because he reached out. So,
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up, dude.
yeah.
Means your messaging is like hitting.
Yeah. He jumped into my group and watched all my videos and he's like, we need to talk. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. So
Nice.
good.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I'll go then. So